Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood and sports updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. Today's story is one you don't want to miss. It's about resilience, legacy, and an underdog seizing his moment in the spotlight. Scotty Pippen Jr., once known primarily as the son of an NBA legend, is now writing his own script, one that's turning heads and inspiring fans across the nation. Following the sudden injury of Jaylen Wells, a door opened. But what Scotty Pippen Jr. has done since stepping through that door is nothing short of remarkable. Let's dive deep into the dramatic rise of Scotty Pippen Jr., the Memphis Grizzlies' unexpected star and the new heartbeat of hope for a franchise in transition. For most of his career, Scotty Pippen Jr. lived in the shadow of greatness. As the son of Chicago Bulls legend Scottie Pippen, expectations followed him like a ghost, unshakable and ever-present. But unlike his father's meteoric rise to stardom, Scotty Jr.'s path has been winding, difficult, and filled with doubt. After going undrafted in 2022, many questioned if he'd ever make a serious impact in the NBA. He bounced around, fighting for minutes in the G League, always waiting for a chance that never seemed to come. And then, in a twist of fate, Jaylen Wells, an emerging star and key part of the Grizzlies lineup, suffered a serious injury that sidelined him indefinitely. The team, scrambling for answers, called upon someone they believed could fill the gap temporarily. But what they got was something far more powerful. Scotty Pippen Jr. didn't just step into the lineup, he owned it. From his first game in the starting rotation, he played with a fire that seemed to say, "I've waited my whole life for this." The poise, the speed, the decision-making, it was all there. Fans couldn't believe what they were witnessing. The once overlooked guard was now dictating the pace of games, fearlessly attacking the rim and showing a level of maturity that caught everyone off guard. In just a few games, he went from bench warmer to floor general. The way he moved, the way he communicated, it was as if he had always belonged there. Off the court, the buzz was immediate. Analysts scrambled to explain the transformation. Social media exploded with clips of his fast breaks, his assists, and clutch three-pointers. One post read, "This isn't Scottie Pippen's son anymore. This is Scotty Jr., and he's cooking." There was something magical in the way the city of Memphis rallied around him. Fans, desperate for a new hero after a rocky season, found one in Scotty. But behind the sudden success was a story of perseverance and inner strength. Scotty had spent years sharpening his skills when no one was watching. He studied game film obsessively. He trained relentlessly, even when it seemed like no one believed in him. He dealt with being compared to his father on a daily basis, a comparison that would have crushed a lesser man. Yet Scotty kept showing up, kept grinding, and now he's not just filling in for Jaylen Wells. He's redefining what leadership looks like for this young Grizzlies team. In one of the most emotional moments of the season, Scotty scored 25 points and dropped 9 assists in a game that went into overtime. As the final buzzer sounded, he fell to his knees in exhaustion. His teammates surrounded him, and the crowd roared, not just for the win, but for what it represented: heart, determination, grit, and a young man stepping into his own name. But this isn't just a sports story, it's a human one. It's about someone who waited in the wings for far too long, holding on to belief when most would have given up. It's about a player who wasn't handed anything and is now showing the world what's possible when you refuse to quit. Scotty's rise has inspired more than just fans. It's igniting conversations around the league. What does this mean for the Grizzlies? Will Jaylen Wells have a starting spot waiting when he returns? And most importantly, has Scottie Pippen Jr. officially entered the conversation as one of the league's most exciting young guards. In interviews, Scotty remains humble. When asked about his breakout performances, he deflects credit to his teammates, to his coaches, to the city of Memphis, but those close to him know the truth. This moment was built by years of unseen struggle. His mother, Scottie Pippen, was recently spotted courtside, tears in her eyes as she watched her son dominate. In an emotional interview, she said, "He's earned this. Every bit of it." What makes Scotty's story so compelling is the contrast between expectation and reality. The pressure of living up to his father's legacy could have crushed him, but instead of trying to copy Scottie Pippen's blueprint, Scotty Jr. created his own. His game isn't about long wingspans and lockdown defense. It's about control, precision, and heart. He's not trying to be his father. He's just trying to be the best version of himself. And right now, that version is electrifying. The impact he's having on the team goes beyond numbers. His leadership on the floor has elevated everyone around him. The Grizzlies, who were struggling with chemistry, now seem united. They trust Scotty with the ball in his hands. The locker room vibe has shifted. You can feel the energy. There's belief again, something that had been missing since injuries began decimating the roster. Head coach Taylor Jenkins has praised Scotty's maturity and work ethic. He's been a leader in the locker room, on the court, and in practice. Jenkins said, "He never complains. He never takes a day off. He's exactly what this team needed." And the fans? They've gone from questioning his call-up to chanting his name. During a recent home game, as Scotty walked to the bench, the crowd erupted in "Pippen! Pippen! Pippen!" It was more than a chant. It was a coronation. The future is uncertain. Jaylen Wells will eventually return. Rotations will shift. But one thing is clear. Scotty Pippen Jr. has made his case. He's not just a fill-in. He's a difference maker. And more importantly, he's a symbol of hope. Not just for the Grizzlies, but for anyone who's ever been underestimated. His journey isn't over. In fact, it's just getting started. But no matter what happens next, Scotty has already achieved something priceless. He stepped out of the shadow of a legend and into the light of his own greatness. This is Daily Gossip, and you've just witnessed one of the most inspiring rises in recent NBA memory. Scotty Pippen Jr. didn't ask for the spotlight, but now that it's on him, he's shining like never before. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story like this one. And let us know in the comments. Do you think Scotty Pippen Jr. is here to stay? Should the Grizzlies build around him? Let's get the conversation started.